Okay.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I know.
You're like,
Like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You know, just the word dongle makes me laugh. So
I like the word dongle.
I do too.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like it.
I mean, I call everything a dongle. Yeah.
Start
I remember
calling
the first time you asked me something about something I was using on Twitch, and you're like, "What dongle did you use?" And I'm like, "He said dongle."
Okay, anyways, welcome to this week's podcast for Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. This is season, well, I say season 3. Mike still says season 2. I'm going to say season 3.
It's season 3.
Yes.
But he has on the notes season 2. But anyways, it is episode 86.
Woo.
So I'm going to do it Mike style. And say, my name is Kurt. With me is also Brian.
Hi.
And Sherry.
Hi.
Mike will be joining us a little bit later, he says. He probably just is going to see how much we fail. So
we'll see. Let him.
We'll
we
see
might not let him.
Yeah, we'll just block him out.
So he took the training wheels off for us, so we're on our own.
Just to see how we do.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, Brian, what's in the news today?
Starting off, we have our first major story of the year. Bungie has announced that they are splitting from Activision. And for all of the people who are big fans of Destiny, it's okay. Bungie is keeping the rights to Destiny. The two companies have worked together since 2010. Where Activision helped Bungie launch its first game outside of the popular Halo series. According to a post on Bungie's website, this will not impact Destiny 2, and Bungie said its plans are changed. In a statement, Activision said, today we're announcing plans for Bungie to assume full publishing rights and responsibilities for the Destiny franchise. Going forward, Bungie will own and develop the franchise, and Activision will increase its focus on owned IP and other projects. Activision and Bungie are committed to a seamless transition from the Destiny franchise and will continue to work closely together during the transition on behalf of the Destiny community around the world. It looks like this is a result of a rocky relationship between the two companies. Activision publicly stated that the well-received Forsaken expansion released in September was a commercial disappointment. Destiny 2 director Luke Smith then posted on Twitter saying, "We are not disappointed by Forsaken. We set out to build a game that Destiny players would love, and that Bungie would love it too. Building Destiny for players who love it is and will remain our focus going forward. We do not know what Destiny's future will hold, but stay tuned."
Okay, so I played Destiny for like a hot minute, and I'm like, I'm serious, it was a hot minute, and then I was like, nope. But you and Mike played your fair share of Destiny, so do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll tell you what, we played a lot of Destiny 1, but very little Destiny 2. For some reason, it just didn't have the same spark that it did to it. But I have been following, and I don't think we've picked it up probably since a month or two after it came out. So we just never really kind of got into Destiny 2. But I've still kept up on the news and just kind of looked into all the expansions and the downloads that they had for it and everything that was still going on with it. And I would say that since Forsaken, and I think the one before that, which I can't remember its name. But since they came out, there's been a lot more buzz around Destiny 2. Like it's kind of picked up a little bit more hype. Reborn's a good word for it, yes, because it's always kind of been like, you know what, it's still there. But then these new expansions came out, and then there's a lot more talk about it. So again, I mean, still haven't played it. I don't know if I even really have the desire to still play it, but I don't believe these expansions were as disappointing as Activision seemed to think it was. Because, again, there's just a lot more buzz around the Destiny 2 game than there was 8 months ago.
Right.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I mean, Bungie's been around for a while. Activision's been around for a while. I think as long as they both keep doing what they're doing, I think they'll both be fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think that there's Activision or Bungie is going to go under because of this, but
No.
I don't know. For people who are Destiny fans, I mean, this might be like a sad thing for them, but I don't know.
Yeah, but if Bungie's consider, if they're not going to change it, if it's not going to affect it, then they may never even know.
And it might be one of those things where it just doesn't meet Activision's expectations, but yet at the same time, Bungie's like, hey, we put out an awesome product and we've got a big fan base, so if we don't, hit your expectations, well, see you later and we'll be on our way,
I think you'll really see an effect in Destiny 3. I think that's when you're gonna really see if it's unchanged, if the gameplay and everything stays pretty similar, the story, the style stays similar, then no one's gonna care. If there's if there's a drastic change, or if there's something that just makes the game different, then people are really gonna say maybe you shouldn't have parted ways.
Yeah, but at the same time, Activision might have just been a financial backer in this whole thing, and if Bungie was like basically giving their own artistic whatever on it, then it might be one of those things where Activision said, okay, well, now you're established, have at it, have fun.
Then that could have been a good for both of them. We know, who knows? It doesn't really say why they split. I don't think I've read anything on why they split either, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Time will tell.
Indeed.
Alrighty, well, I've got some Nintendo news.
Ooh.
Blaster Master and Zelda 2 are coming to the Switch Online NES for January 2019. We also got some release dates. Yoshi's Crafted World is coming out March 29th. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn is coming out March 8th. Now, there's a rumor, although we've only seen Nintendo Entertainment System games through Nintendo Switch Online service, a data miner has gone through NES Online code and found some interesting info. Apparently, Super Nintendo games are planned for the service in the future. Below is the full list of titles that were found. Super Mario Kart, Super Soccer, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Demon's Crest, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, Stunt Race FX, Kirby's Dream Course, Poppin' Twinbee, Star Fox, Contra 3 The Alien Wars, Kirby Superstar, Super Ghosts and Ghouls and Ghosts, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, F-Zero, Star Fox 2, Super Punch-Out, The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Super Mario All-Stars, and Breath of Fire 2. And not only that, but another data miner claims to have discovered proof that 2 to 3 more emulators will be added to the Switch Online service. What do you guys think they could be? I, myself, am hoping for Nintendo 64. Because I have had a love affair with my Nintendo 64, and I would love access to a lot of those old games. What else would there be besides? Because if they're already going to plan on doing Super Nintendo,
My Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced.
oh yeah, maybe some handhelds.
They kind of had a partnership a little bit with like TurboGrafx and stuff like that. So if Hudson Soft actually allows them, or NES or NEC, I'm sorry, allows them, they might have some TurboGrafx games in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a partnership before with the Wii and their little.
Don't they also have a lot of Sega games, or is it just the Sonic franchise that they bought out, or they have?
I'm not exactly.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
not exactly sure.
I
either.
want to just say I want to just say it's Sonic because I don't really remember any other Sega games off the top of my head, but I was never a big Sega fan, so I don't know a lot of their games to begin
And
with. So
that's where you would need Mike.
right,
Yeah.
right. That's where Mike would come in handy.
Because Mike would rattle off this information like, you know.
Oh, there's this game, that game, this game, this game, that game. Well, it could be this, could be that. Yeah, he would just.
Yeah.
You would know
miss you,
all.
Mike.
Yeah.
And we're done with the podcast. No. Because we have no more content for you. Although I must say that there was a lot of supers in that list.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
That's all that Super Nintendo was. Everything had Super in front of it.
I know.
Yeah, right. That was the whole gimmick. I don't know if it's too soon, but you think they would bring like Wii and Wii U games on there too?
It would be awesome if they did.
I think they'd go GameCube first, though.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, like the original Pikmin or something like that, right?
You can't forget the Game Boy. Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the
The
GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's too soon to bring out like the Wii U for sure. Wii games maybe, but yeah, we need to
Yeah,
go
because
back.
the Wii games, even though the system was revolutionary in the way that they used the joystick, the
Controls.
the controls and stuff like that, the games really weren't highly encoded or like huge games. You know, it was like Wii Sports. Well, I mean, heck, you could download that on a.
It's very basic.
Yeah, it's very basic. So like a lot of those games, I think that would be able to be ported over quite easily because the nunchucks, not the nunchucks, the little Joy-Cons, they're about the same as a Wiimote anyways. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That could be.
just more compact. So, but it would be cool to see the original Pikmin and some of the other GameCube games that were out.
Sure.
that
I
were
know it's probably a bit of a different story, but I really hope that this doesn't. And I know that there's pretty much rumors that it's not going to happen. But the N64 Classic is. I hope this doesn't affect it, and I really hope Nintendo still decides to come out with that or still make those classic systems because it's working for them, and I would be sad if they don't do a 64.
Especially a 64.
At least a 64. I mean, I love the GameCube as well, but I can probably live without the GameCube.
I agree.
Have we ever had 64 games in anything other than the 64? I don't think so, right?
There were some that were on the Virtual Console back for the Wii, because I did pick up like Super Mario 64, Mario Parties. I believe I had Ocarina of Time as well. So that was your first, well, maybe not your first, because if you think back to GameCube, there was a Legend of Zelda disc that was like, it had a few Zelda games on it, and it did have Ocarina of Time, and it has Majora's Mask.
I had that too, but I think those were rewrites. Because what I'm getting to is like, emulating the N64 has been such a huge, in the emulation world, and GameCube has been like such a huge struggle for like people in the emulating world.
That's true.
Just because the processing power and actually like emulating something that's already 64-bit and everything else, you're basically doubling and tripling your power to play the game. So it was a little bit of a struggle. So I'm just like wondering, I'm like, was there really something out there, or was it like a rewrite? Because it could have been just like, oh, we rewrote it to be able to be used and ported onto these systems, but not necessarily emulated.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Hmm.
I guess another we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, out of all this, are there games that you would pick up? Like,
The Super Nintendo ones?
yeah.
Oh boy. The original Star Fox was
Mhm.
a good one. I love me some Super Mario World, but I have that like 7 times over. I think I bought it like every time that it was released on something or available in some sort of way. There's a lot of good games on here. A Link to the Past, I never played. Let's see, Super Mario Kart, I actually already have. Kirby's are always good. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, always good. Metroid, Pilot Wings. I mean, there's a lot of good titles.
Here's
So,
the
yeah.
first two titles that popped out to me was Link to the Past and Super Metroid.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure both of those are on the Super Nintendo Classic.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And I think Star Fox is as well.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. See, I don't own either one of those, the minis, so
Hmm.
I guess if you don't have the minis, then this would be a good route, you know.
Like, I think I would pick up like Super Mario Kart.
Hmm.
Obviously, Link to the Past. Um, Probably Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Let's see, anything else on here? Contra
Wow.
3. Probably pick
Yeah.
up Contra 3. As far as Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I mean, I've played so many Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblin games and stuff like that, and
Mm.
they're just so hard to beat to begin with.
It's a love-hate relationship
It
with
is.
those
It's like one
games,
of those things. It's like I'm just like, I don't even know if I would actually want to play that.
Right.
You know?
Here's a funny thing. I just pulled up the list for the SNES mini games, and just about all the ones that are on this list are on that game,
Many.
are on that system. There's Super Mario World, Mario Kart, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Punch Out, Kirby All Star, or Kirby Superstar, Star Fox. Is Mario 2 on here? Mario 2 Yoshi's Island,
Wow.
Contra 3, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So all of the game, I mean, a majority of these games here are already on the mini.
Okay, so maybe this data miner. I'm just being a devil's advocate. Maybe this data miner per se actually just
F-Zero.
hacked the wrong code, and it's not for it at all. It just happens to be the mini SNES system.
Or maybe Nintendo's pulling the wool over people that would be doing this and saying here's a bogus list that we're going to put out.
There you go.
And but the real list is going to really, because I mean even more Star Fox 2,
Right.
F-Zero. I mean 90% of this list is on the mini.
Right.
But this is Nintendo's bread and butter, these titles. You know what I mean? So if they don't give you these games, what's left to give? No one's going to want them then. You know, they got to have their heavy hitters out there. Otherwise, no one's going to, like...
And how many times has Nintendo released A Link to the Past
Yeah.
or Super Metroid?
Yeah.
Or
like
Super
you
Punch
said,
Out,
how many times have you bought Mario Kart?
Mario
So many
Kart,
times.
So
Star Fox.
Yeah, some of those are a little less seen.
The list could go on.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well,
Interesting. So, moving on, as Mike likes to say, I'm just throwing in little Mike things in there. Okay? So, moving on. Well, looks like the Battle Royale craze isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon, which everybody could probably already know that. A lot of developers are jumping on the bandwagon to add PUBG or Fortnite-style games into their games, right? This pains me. So, Rockstar is the latest to jump on this fad. Gun Rush is now available in Red Dead Redemption Online. Gun Rush is a last man standing battle for up to 32 players that sees players grabbing guns and ammo running around an area with an shrinking circle. There are teams and solo play options as well. As for Red Dead Redemption Online, Rockstar will be keeping it in the beta status for the next few months. They're doing this to ensure it's stable and enjoyable experience, which is good. It's fine.
And stop kicking me off every time I play. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kurt.
Really?
Every time we do a mission together.
Oh, is it really?
Every time I play online, I get kicked off, and it always says something like due to Rockstar servers or due to Rockstar error. You know, you've lost your session.
I've not gotten kicked off yet, so I'm gonna have to try that.
Go on a Friday night.
Oh,
or
well,
Saturday
of course,
night.
all the kids are off, and they're like, "Ooh, no more school. I can stay playing."
But again, you've had the number one selling game for the past 375 weeks in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you're more than capable of creating enough servers to deal with the traffic you're going to get.
You know what they need to do?
You know this game is going to have mass volume of players, especially at high peak times.
Yeah.
How long have these online games been out? You still get the same problems you did back in 2003.
Yeah. You know what I say? They probably should just get a hold of Amazon and see if they could either use their servers or find out how they do it. I'm serious, because
I agree.
Because Twitch runs off of Amazon servers.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're affiliated.
Yep. So they don't go down, and there's huge corporations and stuff like that actually buy and use Amazon's servers. So you would think that Rockstar would be like, but is it a Rockstar server thing, or is it a PS4 thing, or is it an Xbox thing, or
the error I always get says Rockstar specifically. It doesn't just say you've encountered an error or due to high traffic. It always says, and I should just take a picture and write down exactly what it says, because it always says it's a Rockstar issue.
Does it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, whether that's true or not, whether that's my internet and that's just the generic line or message they give for everybody, I don't know. But
yeah,
based off of that,
Sony doesn't want to get blamed, so they just make the message say Rockstar.
Nice.
Because I know for a fact even to this day, when you're updating either the system or games or something, you're trying to ping Sony servers, it is slow. And I'm sorry, but I've got a really decent internet speed. So as far as I don't know, I always have problems with just slow downloads. And it's like, look, I've got 300 megabit download, and you're still telling me it's going to take 3 hours to download this? It's like, come on, dude. But I understand all the users and stuff like that. But with that being said, back to the real story. What do you think about the Battle Royale for Rockstar? I mean, would you play it? We're barely playing the multiplayer now.
Well, I've actually played some of the multiplayer games that you can play in the online mode with some people, and some of them are fun. I feel like there's a certain crowd that these, how could I say this without sounding like a jerk?
Just say it.
There's a certain crowd that this Battle Royale
appeals
brings.
to.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to play with a bunch of kids telling me that they do things to my mom. You know what I mean? I just don't want to deal with it. So, I probably won't. I mean, I'm sure I'll give it a try, but I think there's a lot of other games that they have on the online mode that you can do with other people that are a lot more fun. But that's just me. So.
But you could always just turn it off and go in a party chat, so you don't have to hear about the things that the people say about doing things and stuff.
That's true. But if I wanted to do that, I could just play Fortnite, because it's free. But I don't.
I've never played a Battle Royale game, period. I'm not a fan of online
I'm not a fan of people.
That's why we just play ourselves and be like, yeah, we'll have our little
I don't
posse,
even like
and that's
being
it.
online and being able to hear other people and then being able to hear me. So like that's hashtag introvert. But
see, here's the thing. I wish there was a way you could hear them, but they can't hear you.
Right? Yes.
Mute your mic.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, okay, so I'm in a party with you guys, right? And this just happened the last time we had a posse and we played Red Dead Redemption with Gary and everybody else. So we're sitting there. We got 5 of us. We're cruising around. We're doing our thing and stuff like that. There was actually, there was like 2. There was 2 people that were constantly, like, not necessarily bothering us, but around us and shooting us. And we kept on, like, killing this kid over and over again. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, because you could see the little blurb in the side of him saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But we annihilated this kid so many times, and he kept on coming back for more.
Guys, I just want to show you where a treasure is.
I know, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, since we're in a party, we can't hear him, and I even said, I'm like, man, I really wish I could hear what this kid is saying. Because if he's raging right now, I would love to hear him just rage every time we just pick him off. Because we stationed ourselves pretty much, like, spread out. So even though we were in a posse, we were spread out. So when he came at somebody, there was another person that would just snipe him, and he would just,
hilarious.
you would see like Sherry snipe somebody, you'd see like I'd snipe somebody, and stuff like it was the same kid over and over again.
A lot of fun. I felt bad for the guy though.
But he kept coming back for more. It's not like he respawned and then tried to run away. No, he respawned and he came after us and started shooting us. So it's like, well, I'll just have to kill you again.
So you'll learn your lesson.
You'll learn your lesson. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I've played
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Battle Royale mode is here to stay.
You know what? It's here to stay because everybody plays it. And maybe it'll free up the servers for us that want to derp around in multiplayer and not have to worry about the people who just want to snipe you. You know?
True.
So, I mean, I've played Fortnite and stuff, and it's actually pretty fun to play. I mean, I don't think it's my cup of tea completely.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of fun. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's about it for that. And speaking of the next bit of news.
And speaking of that's it for that.
And speaking of
our fun is over. Mike has returned.
I'm looking forward to Destiny 3.
Okay.
I've got it pre-ordered.
Were you listening to us live as we were doing this or something?
But I could only imagine Brian being there without me to back him up.
I had some nice things to say about Destiny too. I had some very nice things to say about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Mike, I'm willing to bet too that, you know, our Destiny love will just skip generations and we'll go from 1 yes, 2 no, 3 yes.
Yeah, like the Back to the Future movies.
Exactly.
Or the Matrix movies.
Or the Back to the Matrix movies.
Or that's okay. Man to the Future.
Back to the Future.
I don't know. I thought 3 wasn't too bad.
Matrix 3?
No. Back to the Future 3. Matrix 3 was okay. 2 was awful. 2 was just awful. I don't even want to get into it. Ugh. It was just the worst.
Okay. Thanks for contributing, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So finally, some good, some feel good news. So a Twitter user has revealed that his 87-year-old grandmother has been playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on a consistent basis since the game released, resulting in a game time of over 3,580 hours. That's almost 150 full days worth of playtime. The tweet says that she has played the game every single day for the past 4 years, And he says in his Twitter post, my 87-year-old grandma has played Animal Crossing New Leaf on her 3DS every single day for the past 4 years now. Her 3DS finally broke this year, so we got her a new one for Christmas. During a system transfer, I checked her activity log, and he included a picture showing the impressive number. He went on to say that his grandma loves doing things like the daily village chores, like hitting rocks, digging up fossils, etc. She also has a bank account of over 65.6 million bells.
Oh my god.
She has been playing the stock market.
Yeah.
This prompted members of the Animal Crossing community to band together and raise funds to get her very own Switch with a Pro Controller and a copy of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Aww.
That's awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
I wonder if in the 300 or 3,580 hours, if she's actually was able to collect all of the insects.
It's possible. Oh man, that's a good question. You know what she has? They also uploaded her town code, so you can go to whatever the Dream Suite was, and you could pop in her code and go visit her town.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah, I saw the story and I saw that picture of the hour she played, and I just thought to myself, that's impressive.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Good on her.
It's crazy. But yeah, it just makes me look forward to the game even more.
Yeah?
I was going to say, it makes me look forward to being 87 years old, so I can play.
You can have that time. You can have
yes, I can break that record.
There you go. You're going down, Grandma. Nice. So yeah. So that does it for the news this week. I've been kind of thrown off. That's right. Yeah. Hey, Brian, what's coming out, buddy?
Well, I will tell you what's coming out.
Better.
The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 3. PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. Is that the Telltale games, right?
Yep.
So that's it, right? That's the last of the Walking Dead Telltale, huh?
Well, it's the final season.
Oh, just final season. Yeah, okay.
It's usually like 5 episodes.
Okay, then there is Omnimusha Warlords. Don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry to the community that actually likes that game. Coming out for the PC.
Tanuki will be correcting you. Just wait a little bit.
That would be quite all right. I'm okay with being corrected on that name there. PC, Xbox One, PS4, and the Switch.
The Switch.
That's Mike trying to throw us up.
That's coming out.
Just got to keep you on your toes.
Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Y2K, the Postmortem sounds actually a little bit more fun, maybe.
Yeah. I like that one better.
Switch. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes for the Switch.
Again, another slow week.
Yeah.
I was a fan of No More Heroes, and I've kind of been going back and forth with Travis Strikes Again. But the more I watch, I know it's getting, like, in Japan, it's getting really good reviews. But the more I'm watching of it, I just it's not piquing my interest.
I never played the first one, but I know it was really popular.
It was a fun game, and it did a lot of interesting things with the Wiimote. Like, it was one of the only games that really utilized the speaker in the Wiimote.
Oh, really?
That, like, your cell phone rings and you'd put the Wii remote up to your ear and the person would talk to you through the it was really
wow.
Cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yep, that's everything that's coming out this week. Thank you very much, Brian.
You are welcome. I would say really quick, I kind of always been interested in the Ace Fighter games or the Ace Combat games. Ever since Blazing Angels. Remember that one, Mike? For the was that the GameCube?
Think so, yeah.
The 64, whichever system it was. The old it was airplane fighting games, and I always just kind of I mean, I love those games, and so these have always kind of piqued my interest a little bit. So I mean, I probably won't get it, but I'd be curious to see what they're like. I really I just want to know. I just want to know.
Well, that's why we got Twitch.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right, so now let's jump into our retrospective. For those of you who don't know, our retrospective is every week one of the controller throwers is assigned a retro game. Retro meaning it's only has to be 15 years old or older. So that's what we consider retro. Your job is to research the game and play it if you have the opportunity, learn all you can about it, and then bring it back onto the show for the next week to let our listening audience know all about the wonderful information behind that game. So last week, Sherry spun the wheel of retro, and she landed on the Player's Choice, which is one of the coveted landings or one of the coveted choices that you can get in this retrospective game. So this means that she got to choose her own game for the retrospective, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the second time in a row you've pulled that off.
In a row?
Rigged the wheel.
Yeah.
Was it in a row?
Rigged the
oh,
wheel.
My Lord.
I did. Yes, I rigged the reel. The reel.
I rigged the reel.
Oh,
So-
man. Yes.
Sherry, tell us all about your retrospective game.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of information on this particular game. It is a game that is for the PS2, and I played it, back in the day, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's called Drakan, The Ancient Gates, and there was supposed to be a sequel. It is actually a sequel to a PC game, okay? And there was supposed to be a sequel to the PS2 version that sadly never came out. So Drakan, The Ancient Gates is an action-adventure game with role-playing elements by Surreal Software, released for PlayStation 2 in 2002. It is the sequel to the 1999 PC game Drakan, Order of the Flame. The gameplay of Drakan, The Ancient Gates is fairly identical to its predecessor. It is a third-person perspective action-adventure that consists of two main gameplay parts, in the air and on the ground. When flying in the air while riding Arok the Dragon, the duo is superior to any ground-based foe, but to defeat flying enemies takes a great deal of maneuvering and aiming. Arok can target enemies and spew powerful fireballs in their direction. While controlling Arok, the player is given free movement in 3 dimensions to ascend, descend, strafe left and right, and move forward and back. When on, and sometimes under the ground, the player controls main character Rin directly. Players can lock onto specific enemies and deliver attacks, including combo moves. So the plot of the game takes place sometimes after the events in Order of the Flame, which is the PC game. Rin and Arok answer a call from the city of Sardana. Lady Mishala of Sardana asks for Rin and Arok's assistance. An evil race of 3-faced beings known as the Desert Lords have begun rallying the monsters from around the world, similar to how the Dark Union did in Order of the Flame, and have begun enslaving humans. Around the world there exist 4 gateways that lead to the world where the Dragon Mother, Mala Shay, and her brood have been slumbering since the Dark Wars. Only a dragon of the elder breed can open the gates, and this is why Rin and Arok, more specifically Arok, are needed to open these gates, so that the humans can once again bond with dragons and fight back against the Desert Lords. Along the way, the two of them must go on various side quests to accomplish goals, lending them to the ultimate goal. So this wasn't a hugely known or popular game.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, see, the
Wow.
game received...
Wait.
Yeah, a game that Mike's never heard of?
Just hold on. We
Let's
just
take
need
that
to have
for
a
a
moment of silence and let that soak in.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. I'm
Mike,
impressed. I'm impressed
Mike
that I
has
found
never
found a
heard
game
of
that
this
Mike's
game.
never heard of.
Well, I didn't own a PS2 until I saw that a Toys R Us was closing, so I got it for like $70.
Oh, wow.
And that's and then
PS2
yeah.
was a great system, though. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, but
I
seriously.
was an Xbox guy.
But at the same time, think about that. Even though he didn't own one,
Yep.
Mike has never heard of that game. No. Well, see, I have a thing for dragons, so any game that has like a dragon on the cover, I'm like, yes, I want that. I want in. I'm all over it. So that's how I found this game. It wasn't like a super popular game, but the game received an aggregate score of 78 out of 100 on Metacritic based on 31 critic reviews. So, yeah, it wasn't a terrible game. I actually, like I said, I really enjoyed this game and was really looking forward to a sequel. But like I said before, unfortunately, that never came to be. There was talk of one, and it just never happened. But yeah, that's all the information I could find. There was very, very little information on the game, but it plays like a Zelda game. You know, it's an action adventure. You know, you're you go here, you do something, you get, you know, things that you need, then you go there and do things that you need to do. And I don't remember a whole lot because it's been a while since I played the game. Like I said, I think it was what year was it? 2003? 2002?
2003.
2002. Yeah. So, but for a PS2 game, it was good. You know, it had good graphics, good gameplay, good storyline, and there was a dragon that you could fly on. Like, how cool is that? And the main character was a chick. So, like, I was all over it.
If you like games with main characters that are chicks, I really hope, because actually, it was either 2003, even if it came out in 2004, I'm going to, next time, if it lands on Controller Thrower's Choice, I'm giving you Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay.
That's a good game. So good. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Sherry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm watching a video of the game right now, and yeah, it looks interesting. Almost kind of looks kind of Skyrim-y.
Yeah, it's very medieval, you know, because, you know, dragons and, you know, that kind of stuff. It's like Lara Croft meets Skyrim, I guess you could say.
All right.
So, all these dragon games, have you ever played, like, Dragon Age? Dragon Age
you know
series?
what? I have, yeah. I have. I did play the first one. And then I had this other game called Lair that came out on the PS3 that had to do with dragons.
Yep.
So yeah, I like dinosaurs and dragons. So any kind of yeah, I'm into that.
Nice.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you very much. So I guess this brings us back to myself to spin the wheel.
I know, I feel bad there wasn't more information on it, but I looked far and wide.
Actually,
man,
you know what? I think you gave plenty of information for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you say there might not be that much, but I think it was plenty.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So it's going to be my turn to spin the wheel. Let me share my screen with you real quick, and then we'll get to it. All right. You can see it, no problem?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
there. That's better. Okay, sounds good.
Whatever.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and spin that wheel, and we'll see what I hate you. We'll go ahead and we'll see what game I've got.
Okay.
So here we go.
Come on, big money, no whammy.
Nothing stupid, nothing
Right.
stupid.
Oh.
He's gonna
Yeah, that
like
was
that
my
one.
choice.
Personal favorite of mine. A
Yeah.
personal favorite.
I was gonna say he's
Good
gonna
call.
like that. one.
Did you put that on the wheel?
I think that was Brian.
That was me.
Oh.
That was Mike, like, what, last week asking me for a game?
Yep.
2 weeks ago, or?
That's a good one.
So
Yes.
Brian needs to
I look
add
forward to
another
hearing
game.
about that.
Awesome. So the game that I have is Kid Icarus.
Yay!
So awesome. I'm very excited. I can't wait to talk all about that.
Yeah.
And I have a story about it too.
Oh,
Of
save it for
course
next
you
week.
do.
Story time with Mike.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
All right. All right. So let's get into what we've been playing. Who would like to go first?
I will.
Okay.
I wanted to kind of end that silence as quickly as I could.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
That is all.
Okay.
Let's see. What did I do? I did.
You yelled at the game a lot. You yelled at Red Dead Logic a lot.
So wait a second. So how come you're playing with... Why am I not getting invited to these gameplays?
Rude.
I played 99.5% of the time in the single player mode.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
That's why.
He's selfish. Okay.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
Yes, I am, and I have a story to tell you why I'm selfish.
Oh.
Well, it's Friday. I decided to jump on and do a little bit of online play because last week when Sherry was talking about going on hunting, getting some money, getting some experience points, I thought, that's a good idea. I do need to upgrade. I would like to purchase some more guns, a better horse, so on and so on and so on. So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to jump on for a little while. And the game spawns me pretty much right in front of a bear.
Oh.
So, it wasn't like, here's me, here's the bear. It was like, here's me, the bear's growling. I jump on my horse, and I, ride 3 feet right into him. Horse throws me off. I'm thinking, okay, great. So I pull out my gun, I unload. I actually kill the bear.
Nice.
So I'm thinking, okay, good. This. It was a poor pelt. I shot it a dozen times or so, but I'm like, you know what? This is still going to fetch me $5. I'm like, $18.99, $5 is a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Back in my day.
So yeah, I can either go and buy a can of beans or 13 wedding rings. So anyway, I'm
logic.
I'm riding into town, and I'm riding into Blackwater because it was the closest town, and I get right to the butcher.
Were you gonna say the vet?
I was gonna say the vendor. I was gonna say
okay.
vendor, where that was coming to mind.
He's a vendor.
Yeah, he is. You're
a big
absolutely
vendor.
right.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
So, just about to get off my horse, and all of a sudden, bam! I get sniped and killed. Lost my bear.
Oh.
So I literally think I think I respawned and quit.
See, that's why you need a posse.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot when I play online by myself.
Okay, the great thing though is
she's a chick.
nobody is online on Saturday evenings or Friday evenings. Mike jumps on. I start playing about 7 to 7:30. Nobody's ever on. So that was my online story for the week. And then other than that, in single player mode, I don't remember what some of the things I was yelling at for. Oh, besides yes, hunting down stupid berries. Jumping on a doing the challenges. I'm obsessed with getting all these challenges done because you do a certain amount of challenges, you unlock a bandolier, a gun belt, and 2 holsters. So I want a matching set. The only way to do that though is you got to get all 10 of them.
Ah.
And also too, to unlock one of the final legendary animals, you have to complete all the Master Hunter challenges.
Okay.
So anyway, one of the challenges was to did I even say this last week? Was to ride a train. While riding a train, you have to shoot 5 birds in midair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think you were talking about that.
It's fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I had to sneak on the train. Chances are I had to kill somebody or throw somebody off the train so I can get up the ladder. And then all of a sudden I'm a wanted man. And I forgot what other ones I was ranting about. But yeah, there was just some stupid things that were irritating me.
There was the one that was you had to find all these cave markings, and that took you hours to do, and then you finally finished, and you pretty much got nothing for it.
Oh yes. Yeah, but I did find out.
Terrible.
I got the main prize after the 9th one.
Okay.
So the main prize is some rock statue that I don't know what the hell I can do with. but yeah, I get all 10 of them, and I get a note to meet some guy at a cabin. I'm thinking, all right, this dude's gonna give me, hopefully a gold bar or something, right? He's gonna give me something worth my time. I go into the cabin, and this lady is here with her like infant son, and she's like, what are you
Spoiler
talking-
alert. Spoiler alert. You want to
Yes,
throw
I
that
just-
in there?
I just
Uh-oh.
Did anyone hear what I said?
No.
Good. So,
It has nothing to do with the plot of the game.
Needless to say, it was a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Red Dead logic.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Brian.
So yeah, that's it. Still doing all the challenges though. Still working on them. Still spending 3 hours doing those. So
All right.
that's it.
Awesome. All right. Sherry, thank you.
Well, I had every intent and purpose of playing Red Dead this weekend, and I didn't, because I'm a bad person.
Aw.
Sherry logic.
Yeah. Instead, I played a little bit of Minecraft with Kurt. We derped around in the new snapshot because there's a lot of cool new things going on in Minecraft.
Wait,
Didn't play too long, but did get to see some new things added to the game, like berries. Actually, when you said berries, that reminded me of the berries in the game.
Berries.
Yeah, there's berries in Minecraft now, which are really cool, actually, because you can scavenge berries if you need food, but you have to be careful because the bushes will actually hurt you, similar to like a cactus if you touch it. So berries are cool. There are campfires now in the game, which we did not build, but I do know how to build it.
See, I
So the
still
next
don't
time
know how to build it.
Yeah, see, I had to Google it because I was like, I need to know how to make this campfire because this is such an awesome addition to the game that I need to know how to do it. And so yeah, campfires are a thing. Foxes are being introduced as a mob to the game now in the taigas. We didn't come across any, but they're there, and I'm really excited to see what kind of mob they're going to be. They're going to be a hostile mob or a friendly mob or a trainable mob or what have you. So that's exciting. There's a lot of new stuff going on in the villages, which is something that we got to see right away. Yes, I know Mike is falling asleep listening to the tales of Minecraft because he hates Minecraft.
He hates Minecraft so much.
Villages have gotten a new update, so no longer will each village look the same. They are biome specific now. They have different styles of houses. They have different materials in their builds, and they have different things inside of them. Like, for example, we went inside one house, and there was a loom inside the house, which you can use to create new banners, and you can use different colors, different designs on them, and make your own kind of decorations. We came across one house that had some sort of table saw in it, which I'm not sure what that's used for, because we tried to put wood on it, we tried to put blocks on it, like we were double clicking on it, left clicking, right clicking, like I don't know what it's used for. I don't know if it's just specifically decoration or if there's some purpose for it.
I stepped on it trying to saw off my leg.
Right,
That
yeah, we
didn't
even
work.
tried.
Try to do a James Bond type thing.
Yeah, I just nothing worked. I even
Nothing happened.
threw things at it. I'm like, here,
Yeah.
have an apple. Here, have
Right.
it. No, it just didn't. So I think
We
it's
don't
just. I think it's still in development.
Possibly, yeah. There are new things called blast furnaces that I saw in some of the houses in the villages. I haven't played around with that one yet, but it looks interesting. Let's see, what else did we see? Oh, we saw the pillagers. The
Yes.
pillagers came. They look like the what are they called? Not the evokers. No. The oh God, why can't I think of what they're called? It's not the evoker, it's the other one.
The things that do the stuff. They're mean and mad.
I have one downstairs, and I'm like, oh God, I don't know what it's called, but the ones that are in the mansion, not the evokers. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. So they are part of the pillagers, and they've got this beast. We haven't seen the beast yet.
No.
Have you seen the beast yet, Kurt?
I have.
You have? Oh,
I
yeah.
have.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't seen the beast yet. while playing. I've seen like video and stuff of it. But so they have crossbows, which is a really cool addition to the game. And then the villagers are different now too. So each villager is dressed differently. And I know that they were before, they were color coded, but now they actually have like hats and they have belts and they have like, you know, like this guy's a fisher, so he's got like a net on him, you know, and just it's nice to see something different in the villages.
Instead of just a white coat.
Right, right. And we came across this kind of cool looking desert village that had these towers in them. Oh, and there's bells in the villages, and I think that there's a warning system for the raids that come, the pillagers. So we just stood in the village and beat on the bells for about half an hour because it was something to do.
We were derping, you know, just
All the villagers freaking out.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's how we play. So, yeah, we spent some time playing Minecraft, and then we picked up Uno, which we haven't played in God knows how long, so that was a ton of fun. And that's it for me. I didn't do too much gaming, although I had, like, all this time off from work. I should have, I don't know, put it to good use.
So are those Minecraft updates only for the PC, or are they for consoles also?
They are for consoles as well. They're just not finalized yet. So
they're already out for PS4, I think, though.
Are they really?
I think so.
Okay.
So unlike the last update, PS4 is the first one, not the last one to get it.
Yes.
Like it, yeah.
So if and when I do get back to Minecraft, and it's funny because I was actually thinking about Minecraft over the weekend, that it's a good thing that I barely started my new world after I had to destroy my fourth world after the fourth update.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff being introduced to the game on
that's the problem with
top
the
of
console
aquatic
one.
update.
You should just join the PC Master Race because you could just keep playing. You don't have to start a whole new world.
And you
I
can
don't
play
understand.
with us.
Yeah, and I don't understand why they haven't implemented that yet.
Yeah, that's very weird.
It makes no sense to me either.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go next because I know that Mike probably has a laundry list of stuff that he's played.
Of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a very Mike, if you listen back to this stream or to the podcast, you'll understand how much appreciation we have of you. So don't take that as a slight or anything like that. So I meant that as like a compliment, dude.
Okay. No, you're cool.
You're looking weird and stuff.
That's my normal face.
Is that your normal face? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I can't tell because my beard is in my way or something. I don't know.
Both your guys' beards are in the
God,
way.
I can't wait to.
Beard
I
race.
seriously
It
cannot
is.
I cannot wait to get rid of this beard. I seriously cannot. I'm just like.
Well, I wouldn't have shaved mine if I know we were having a competition, guys.
Well, I know, like, you know, we're the only one that
telling
doesn't
me.
have a beard. Like, Brian's got a beard, Mike's got a beard. Now, I have to have a beard because of C2E2, but,
Mine's not gonna last much longer. I think it's getting cut off pretty soon. So
Oh, yeah?
don't put me in that race with you guys.
All right. So, what I've played, obviously Red Dead Redemption, because we have to do that. Obviously Minecraft with Sherry, right? So, going back to what she said, yeah, so like the new update is basically what I played. Pretty awesome. A lot of things out there. As far as seeing the Beast, I have seen the Beast because I went on as a single player, just kind of derping around a little bit, just exploring, not really on a server or anything with Sherry or anything. And I found a pillager. What is it? It's like it's not like a castle, but it's like a villager.
Like a hideout or something?
Hideout, yeah, like a hideout. The thing is that I went in there and like I was actually able to pick off a couple of them, which is nice. And I was actually able to get a crossbow. So once I got the crossbow, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'll be able to attack them from far, which I was able to, except you have to hit a button which draws the crossbow, which takes time, and then you have to hit a button again to release it, which I didn't know. So I was like just freaking out, just like spamming buttons, like why can't I shoot my thing, or when I shoot my thing it just goes slowly or whatever. So I finally got a hang of it, and then I ended up actually like running around and picking them all off. I killed them all. I went into their little hideout and stuff like that, and I got like their loot, which was poor, and I hope they changed that, or maybe it was just a derp, but it was like crap loot, right? So like the pillager loot from pillaging the villages was just junk. So I'm like, oh, that stinks. Well, as soon as I got down out of their hideout, like there was like 6 more of them, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I killed all you guys. So they respawn.
Oh.
So you can sit there and constantly kill them. They will constantly respawn. So that's pretty challenging.
Yeah.
But not only is it pretty challenging, that means you could also make a pillager farm. Because that's the way I'm thinking. I'm like,
Oh,
I can make some sort of pillager farm to where I can
and
get
farm crossbows.
You could farm crossbows.
Don't they drop emeralds too?
Yes. So
Oh,
I'm thinking to
man.
myself, I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I could do this, right? So like, there's where I found the beast.
Oh, okay.
I died. A few times.
Okay. That'll be exciting. I can't wait to encounter them in game.
And then I ran away with my
Nice.
tail between my legs, just running with the one single crossbow that I got. I was done. I was like, nope, I'm out. So I played that single player. I derped around on a world just to kind of like check out the new things. I still have not come across a campfire. I didn't know that you could actually craft them. But I do know that the bell that is in the village, when pillagers come to pillage the village, a villager will come and ring the bell.
Yeah.
So,
But when we do it, nothing happens, which is unfortunate. I
Yeah, I
totally
know.
thought
Like,
that
we
if we
were
rang it, they
punching
were
the
going
bell
to
left
flip
and
and
right.
freak out.
yep, we were punching the bell left and right and making noise and stuff like that, and running
Yeah.
around, punching the bell and making noise. So and then of course Uno. So Uno, yeah. I mean, that getting back into our Uno groove. I mean, Uno's Uno, and we love it,
That's right.
and it needs to be a weekly ritual again because I miss the chill, do nothing, sit back, relax on Sunday, and just
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Taco misses it too, apparently.
I know. Right?
And let me just interject right here. I remember what the name of the mob is that the pillagers are. They're Vindicators. I had to
Oh,
Google
that's
it.
right.
Yes,
Vindicators.
they're Vindicators. And I forgot to touch on the fact that cats are their own separate mob
Yes.
now. They are not associated with the ocelots anymore. They are strays that you can find in and around villages. I don't know. I didn't try to tame one, but it's really cool just to see them interacting in the village and be its own thing now. So that was a cool thing too.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
We were chasing
found-
cats around.
She was chasing cats around. Okay, not me.
Guilty,
She's like
yes.
she was like squee cats, kitties, all over the place.
Yes, I was very
So
excited about
I
it.
happen to fall in a hole where 2 cats happen to be, and they were like literally just running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, Sherry, come here, look at these cats, and she was down there. She was squeeing for probably about a half hour.
They have new skins too, so it's not just the 3 colors that we're used to. They're all reskinned. They have different colors. They have their own, movements and stuff. So it was exciting for me.
Like
Nice.
seriously, she sat down and just watched them for like
Yes.
minutes, just like
I was happy.
watching
I
them
was
back
very
and
happy.
forth. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go over here now.
I'm gonna go over here and ring the bell for half an hour, okay?
you tell me when you're done with those cats, all right?
Kurt, what about the other game you played?
Yeah, Kurt, what other game did you play?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he knows either.
I'm excited. I want to hear all about it. And I want to hear the story about how you got to play it.
Wait, what? Am I completely missing this?
You played a game called Warface.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so
you got to give Brian
Yes.
context. You got to put
Okay.
it into context for Brian.
Okay,
And the
so
audience.
yes. So Mike was telling me how I needed to download a game. So I'm like, okay, well, when Mike tells me to download a game, it's like I'm like 75% sure I'll like it, right? Because Mike knows me and my gaming style and stuff. So I'm like, there's a 75% chance I'll like it. And he's like, oh, it's really good. You know, you should check it out. You know,
You could play.
it's a good play. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I thought he said Warface. I'm like, okay, and it's a free download on PS4. So I'm like, okay, and I'm just going through PS4 games. I'm just downloading them, right? I ended up running out of space, which means I need to delete stuff.
Mhm.
But anyways, so I find Warface, and I wait for the install, and I install it, and I start playing it. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, all right. Going through the motions, going through the training, this and that. Okay, yeah, fine, yeah. And he's like, how do you like it? I'm like, it's just like every other first-person shooter game. He's like, no, it's not a first-person shooter. I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm like, I'm sitting here literally being a sniper, sniping people. And I'm like, Mike, I don't mind doing the sniping. I just don't mind I just don't like when people like camp and snipe me. I'm like, so why do you think I would like this first-person shooter game? He goes, it's not a first-person shooter game, dude. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, Mike,
You're arguing.
I'm playing the
and I'm
game.
just listening to it.
I'm like, I'm literally sitting here playing the game. I am sniping people. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And he's like, what game did you download? I'm like, I downloaded Wireface? Or whatever?
Warface.
Warface. I'm like,
Wireface.
I downloaded Warface. He's like, that's not the game I told you to download. I'm like, what? He's like, no. He goes, it's Warframe. I'm like, Warframe? I'm like, what the heck is this? So I sat there and played for like an hour of this first-person shooter game, sniping people, which I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed. But he was hyping it up so much. I'm like, I don't like CS:GO first-person shooter type games. I'm like, what is this crap that you made? I'm like, Mike, you stared me wrong, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Warframe. Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay, well. And then that's when I figured out I didn't have enough hard drive space because I tried downloading it and said, nope, you can't download it. So I was like, well,
Too
Mike, I'm
funny.
like, this will have to be a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
But how was
was
Warface anyway? How was it?
as far as the first-person shooter game, as far as I got into it, because I wasn't multiplayer, wasn't horrible. It was actually pretty good. I would probably pick it up again, but I would have to be in the mood to pick it up again.
Gotcha.
It's not a go-to game like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go play this, because I just don't like that style game. The last time
Right.
I played that style game was outside of Fortnite. It was probably like, Return to Castle Wolfenstein or something like that on PC, where I had to do the sniper first-person shooter stuff. So, but yeah.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that story, Kurt.
So yes, I completely forgot about that.
That's okay. That was just a good story. So I played a few games. I played Overdriven Reloaded on the Switch, And if you want to read the review, you can read my review at gamerheadspodcast.com. It's a game that is similar to shoot 'em ups of kind of like R-Type or Gradius or even Galaga. And it's a good game. I mean, it's on the Switch eShop for $7.99. It's got up to 4-player multiplayer, so that's something you don't see a whole lot of in shmups. It's also got a really good learning curve. So if you're not familiar, or if it's been a long time since you played one of those games, and the more recent ones are way too hard, it's easy to jump into and easy to play. So I highly recommend it. I've also been playing on the Switch a game called Battle Princess Madeline, and it was a Kickstarter game, very similar to Ghouls and Ghosts. And I'll be having my review of that as well. We'll be on Gamerhead's podcast, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. But I am enjoying that so far. A couple issues that I have with it that kind of made me go head scratch. But other than that, it's an enjoyable experience. Of course, I played some more single player of Red Dead. I've decided that I'm gonna forego. I'm gonna be anti-Brian. And I'm going to just blaze through the story as much as I can. I'm going to ignore all the squirrels,
Why does it have to be anti? Why can't it just be opposite?
Well, what's another word? What's another way to say anti then? Or opposite? Bizzaro. I'll be Bizzaro Brian.
There you go. That's perfect.
Maybe I'll make that the episode name.
Brian.
Bizzaro Brian. So I'm going to be Bizzaro Brian. And I'm going to only just do the story mode, and then I started fishing, and then I didn't stop fishing for a long time.
Ooh, a bluegill.
And then I'm fishing on the dock, and I see a guy rowing a boat past me, so I'm standing on the dock, and he's just rowing this boat, and I'm like, I want to go for a ride, so I jump into the water. And I jump onto his boat, and I'm just standing there, looking all proud while he's just rowing with me standing on his boat. And then he gets to a point, and he yells out, "I've had it with you!" And he gets out of the boat and starts swimming away. I'm like, and just leaves me there in his boat, and I can't. And I'm like, well, what do I do now? So I'm like, all right. So I jump out of the boat and I go to chase after him. So and I get up to the shore and I get attacked by an alligator. Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
time.
That would have made such a good clip.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have.
So.
Man.
So I did that, and then I also played the Resident Evil 2 demo.
Oh.
Yes, and this game is going to be awesome. I have not seen a game this graphic and gory in a long time. And the game only allowed you to. What's that?
So we know Mike likes that.
It actually almost made me queasy with some of the stuff I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. It is gonna, Brian, I know as a fellow Resident Evil fan, it is like Resident Evil 4, but just the scary parts. Not like, Ashley's following you around. You don't have to crawl under tables. You're not doing getting chased by a giant boulder or anything like that. It is just the straight up survival horror.
So you're not getting chased by a giant statue either, then, huh?
Right, giant robotic statue with Sadler or Salazar inside it, like Kirby in a mech. No, it's not like that. But I played it. I mean, it's it was really, really good. I don't think I'm gonna pick it up just yet. I think I can wait till it goes down to $20. Although that Steelbook at Best Buy is really. No, I'm not gonna.
It's calling your name, Mike, and you know it.
But it's like I said, very graphic. It's got the same setup as the original Resident Evil 2. So as soon as I went into the Raccoon City police station, I'm like, oh, I recognize all this. Here's this, and I remember this puzzle, and I remember talking to this guy. But it's Brian, I highly recommend it. At least download the demo. It's a free demo, and you play for half an hour. And then it kicks you out. It's like, boop, you're done. So those are all the games that I played.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, so that just about does it for this week's episode of the Controller Throwers. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching and listening. You can find us on the social medias. We are at facebook.com/TCThrowers. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at TCThrowers. That's at T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, Throwers, as in doing what?
Throwing
Nothing.
things.
Throwing things. That's right.
Sherry's like,
Thank you, Brian. Someone's been paying attention. You can also, if you want to send us an email, you could send us an email at thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. You could also check us out at twitch.tv/TCThrowers, where we stream the podcast every Tuesday night, no matter who shows up late for it. You can also check us out. We do stream on the Controller Throwers every Saturday night. I do the Perler Show, where I've been working on the 151 original Pokemon, and I just
How's your, I was going to ask, how's your wall coming along?
It's looking very beautiful. I'm looking at it now.
Aw.
Nice.
Can you give us a sneak peek, or are you going to save that?
You need
for...
to post that on
The
Twitter.
picture?
the socials.
There,
Oh yeah, there it is. Very cool.
Very nice.
So yeah, and Kurt and Sherry, you stream as well too, correct? On occasion when you get the chance.
Yeah, that's
You
about
will.
right.
No, all right.
And Kurt's like, nah.
She doesn't. I'm answering for her.
Sometimes I do when I feel like it. I stream over on Twitch at ShareFlow. So yeah.
All right.
And Taco
And-
does too sometimes.
Yeah. And,
Sorry.
I'm never trusting with no G.
All right.
All one word.
All right.
I do stuff.
All right.
And things.
Play games.
All right.
And maybe one of these years I'll start streaming.
I doubt.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Fallout.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we did stream Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout 4 was awesome.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for listening, and until next week, have some fun, play some games. We'll see y'all next time. Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.